What's good, my 1v1 me fam? Your boy, your Uncle HK, aka Homie Kirk, is back again with another video today. I've been dropping spicy videos throughout the week, asking the guards throughout the 2v2 My Player League who they top 5 centers is, asking the centers who they top 5 guards is. It's been sparking controversy between a lot of the guards and a lot of the centers throughout the league because some of them been feeling disrespected. And when they go against each other, there's a little chip on their shoulder, or there's a little extra motivation when they're not named on these lists by that person they going against. All right, so in today's video, I got 4 guards to name their top 3 overrated centers. Which centers do you think is talked about the most, but you just look at them and like, they're just not that very good to be talked about like that? Hey, make sure you like the video, leave a comment down below if you love your mama, subscribe if you're new. Hey, go download the 1v1 me app, get into all this season 0.5 2v2 My Player League action. Let's get into the video. All right, Chad, yo, I've been doing a lot of controversial videos, been making some people mad, some people has been happy about lists, but in today's video I come to you to ask you, who in your opinion are 3 overrated centers throughout the league? Now when I say overrated, I mean like people hype them up but they're not as good as their hype, like, you know what I'm saying, throughout the league. What 3 centers in your opinion are those 3?
All right, so I'm gonna go like you said, the hype. Like I'm gonna go, these centers are good, but they're overrated in my opinion. I'm gonna start with Swag X Godly. Now he's a great shooter, but when you look at his last 2 seasons, under 500. That's where we're starting.
Okay.
Doesn't produce wins. Second person, I'm gonna go Streaky. He's a great center. He's not the best shooter on a stretch, and he doesn't get a shit ton of rebounds. So, you know, and he's not winning right now, at least. And I think Streaky's a little overrated. Granted, he's good. And my third one's probably the most controversial. I'm gonna go with Jay Boolin. Now, that's my GOAT, you know, my Pro-Am GOAT. He's my teammate, he's my boy, but people look at him as a top 3 center, and I think that he's not fully adjusted to the 2s meta. Like, he leads the league in defensive stats, but it leads to offensive rebounds and free 2s. So I'm gonna say those 3, but I think they're all very good. But I think those are my 3 most overrated centers.
Okay, thank you, Chad. All right, Blick, you know, you've been in a lot of these, made some people mad, and you know, today's a different question. You know, I'm coming to some of y'all guards. I will come to the centers as well, but I want you to name your 3 most overrated centers throughout the league that people just hype up, but you're like, you look at them and like, they're just not that good. You're having this type of hype. Who are those 3?
Okay, so to start off with my list, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and get Streaky up out of there. You know, he went to the finals last season. He beat me to get to the finals, but I still, to this day, don't think he's that good. You know, if we look at our poppers, you know, I'm taking Swag over him, and I think he's one of our only other poppers. So I'm taking Swag over him. He's not our best popper. He's not a hawk in lanes. He's just an average center to me. Everybody calls him like pretty tough. Next off my list, man, I'm gonna go with my guy Paris. You know, Paris is good. You know, Streaky's good too, even though it pains me to say it. Streaky is good, but he's overrated to me. Paris is also overrated. You know, when I make these lists and I do power rankings, and you know, I'm looking at names and centers, people come out of nowhere, yo, Paris. I'm like, I don't really see the top 5 in them, or the top 3 in them. You know, I'm not calling them ass, but I don't see the top 3 in Paris or Streaky.
Okay.
And then last off my list, you know, this guy has a mouthful to say all the time. You know, I'm gonna go ahead with Meter Man Los here. Going into the first season, you know, he came off a win streak with Drew, you know, on footers, you know, so people were overrating him then. He didn't want to have the worst season in 1v1 history to this day, so it kind of underrated him. But he still talks a big talk, you know. He still puffs his chest out, you know. And I don't really like that. I don't think he's that good. He said he's hawky. I watched the wager today. Missed the lane and said I shouldn't have reached, you know. The centers that are hawky will get those lanes. The Jay Boolins, the Iggy Moes, the Eli's. He says he's better than those centers, but he doesn't get those lanes they get. So I think he overrates himself, and that makes him an overrated center. He overrates himself, you know. So that's my 3 right there.
Hey, all right, Blick. Hey, thank you, guys. You know, some of them centers, I don't think they're gonna like that, but hey, I'm glad you gave us the truth. All right, my boy Lark, man. Let me get straight to it. I'm asking around some guards. Yo, they top 3 most overrated centers. Who are those 3 to you?
We gonna start off the list with Streaky right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? He's
Damn,
not.
heard him a lot now.
Nah, I mean, he's decent. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, niggas call him the Diesel and all this, that, and the third. Nah, he's not even that good to me. It's dot doink. So I feel like he just need to go back to inside or something. And then he's switching the guard. Come on, we not trolling. Come on.
Okay, who next?
See. And then we gonna go with KC. The top 10 shit, like niggas just think he's so good. Like, to me, he's ass. Like, he's just so ass to me. He's so ass to me. All he do is sit paint, he don't hedge, don't do shit. He just sit paint. And then sometimes he get boarded while sitting paint. That shouldn't even be possible. So we just gonna go to the next one. And then Meter Man Los, he got the biggest mouth of them all. And he's just ass. Like, I just played another day, he did 3 smothered layups. No center doesn't that. That's top 5 or top 3. So I just don't see it at all. And then he has a losing season last season. Now he's gonna have one this season because he's just ass. He had one of the top guards each season and just ass. So I don't see it.
Okay.
At all.
Hey, that was Lark's unfiltered top 3. Oh shit. Okay. Hey, appreciate you, Lark. All right, y'all, and we are here with Drew DF. Yo, Drew, going around asking some of the guards, who are their 3 most overrated centers throughout the 2v2 My Player League?
Yeah, I mean, this is an evil video. I wish I was doing the 5 best centers or the most underrated centers. I got a lot of those, but it's tough for the overrated. There was one that, I mean, came to mind immediately, and, you know, he didn't have me on his top 5. This isn't like a diss towards him or anything. It's just, you know, I just don't see, I think Toxic is the first one. I feel like he was on a lot of those top 5 lists, and I just don't see a world where that's reasonable. And, like, you know, he was a 5-point center, so I feel like that's kind of like the overrated part. I just think that, you know, to not have someone like Streaky on there, I think like he was given the last pick as a center for a reason. Season 0, he had the last center pick, and, you know, he still won. He still was one of the top teams. So I feel like Tox hasn't really proven that. He struggled a bit with his record before the seasons, and then, you know, they struggled early last season, kind of came around at the end. But you know, no diss towards him. I think he's neutral. I think he's like, he plays well, he plays solid. I just don't think that he's, you know, up there with like the stage pieces and the streakies and the Eli's. So that would be my first one. Second one, again, phenomenal center. I think he's going to be one of the best we have in the league, like, soon. But I just think Jay Boolin right now, I think people are a little bit too hype on him right now. I think I agree with the potential. I don't think his potential is overrated, but I just think he's adapting to the game, and people are thinking that he's at a level that he's not at yet.
Okay.
I think he'll be there, but he's just not there yet. And then the last one, I would have to go with probably Meter Man Los. He's just, you know, he's Hockey Man Los now, and he likes to step. You know, he's no good. He doesn't know what he's doing out there. He can't get dead zone. He struggles big time. So if I get stuck with him next season, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Realistically, I really don't know what I'll do. So yeah, definitely he would probably be my most overrated center though.
Okay, all right, thank you, Drew. That was Drew's top 3 most overrated centers. Hey, let me know if y'all agree.
Yep.